All right, round two, we had teams all across our area chasing a state championship, but first, you got to get to round three. The Gunnersville Wildcats are a perfect 11-0 entering their home game against Pleasant Grove, who was the 5A runner-up from last season. This was a game to watch in North Alabama this week. Wildcat fans packed the stands and were loud all night supporting their boys on the field. Pleasant Grove trying to get things started with a handoff. Gordon Griffin for the Wildcats ain't having it. Big stop there, but Pleasant Grove would find the end zone on a short run to top off the drive. Now let's go to Gunnersville ball. Cole McCarty. He's going to roll out, and yep, Evan Taylor actually catches that one. Didn't look like it for a second, but he did. First down, Wildcats on the move. Right at the goal line, you're watching number 10, Logan Payne. He crosses the line. Touchdown's called, but he comes up without the pigskin. Oh no, crowd's already cheering. But it's going to be Pleasant Grove ball. Awful break there for Gunnersville. Spartans would score on that next drive. They did miss the extra point. They're up 13-0. Check out the bunnies on Jack Harris. Wildcats with another great catch there. McCarty's going to look for his guy Harris again all the way in the end zone. Gunnersville able to cut their lead 13-6. This is all in the first quarter. Coach Reese pumped up there on the sidelines, but unfortunately Gunnersville would fall 41-21. Let's go out to the two-time reigning state champs in Fife. It's always a fun time in Red Devil country, Max. Did all of Fife come out to see the second round matchup?
Well, Lyndon, as you just mentioned, this is a Fife team that knows a thing or two about winning. The back-to-back 2A state champions are undefeated this season, and they've actually beaten every team they've played by at least 25. Tonight they held a 28-7 lead at the half, and that's where we'll jump into this one. After recovering a fumble on the kickoff, the Red Devils add to their lead as Ike Wool pushes his way through the Wellborn defense, increasing Fife's lead to 4 scores. With only 7 points on the board, it looks like the Panthers have something going as Jet Smith gets free and takes off on a long run before getting knocked out of bounds. But just a few plays later, the Panthers would cough up the ball and the Red Devils are back on the attack. Roll again taking the carry this time, shoving off defenders before falling in for another touchdown. Now it's 42-7. The Panthers weren't done yet though. Calvin Spinks on the handoff this time. He's into open space but runs into a brick wall. Justin Stifle on the hit. Spinks somehow hangs on and the drive continues. Now knocking at the door, Braden Williams is able to push it across for 6, but that would be all for Wellborn. Fife's quest for a third straight title continues next week against Ohatchee. Live in Fife, Max Cohan, Way 31 News.
Awesome job as always, Max. It was also a fun night out in Florence. Mars Hill Bible taking on round 2 against Westbrook Christian. There's some fans getting hyped in the stands for this one. Warriors start out the game. Mars Hill ball. Quarterback Griffin Hansen drops back, throws that one deep to the red zone. And Mars Hill's Damian Thompson is there to catch it and bring home the first touchdown of the game. Warrior ball. Quarterback William Knowles hands it off to Carmichael Catling, but Mars Hill's Jake McCluskey isn't letting him gain a yard. McCluskey, that's a hard name to say. Woo! Next play, the ball slips between Knowles' hands. It's a loose ball. Seems like no one can catch it, but the Warriors eventually recover it. Can't do anything with the ball. Mars Hill ball again. Hansen hands it off to Sam Williams. Then he takes it down the sideline, gaining a first down for the Panthers. Let's stick to the same drive. Hansen holds on to it, drops back, throwing another rocket to the end zone. Mars Hill's Ian Whiteside makes it look too easy to get the touchdown. Panthers up 14 to zip in the first. Westbrook ball. Knowles is going to toss it up in the air. It's picked off by Griffin Hansen. They're a good team out there. Next play, Hansen drops back, and for the third time, he does it again. A beautiful throw. Mars Hill wins it easily, 56-21. Lots of pep and crowd energy in the air at Madison Academy tonight, but could that get them to the top? The Mustangs hosted Northside, and early on it looked likely everything was turning up Mustangs maroon in the first quarter. 2 touchdowns for Madison Academy and squat for the Rams. But then with about a minute to go in the first half, Rams, so they have to deliver a prayer. Quarterback Braden Green, after a series of failed handoffs, decided to take matters into his own hands. He takes the dash down the sideline, steady, barely staying in bounds. It's signed, still deliver. Touchdown, Northside. The Rams are in this second half. The competition turned on The score would go back and forth, but ultimately Northside squeaks this one out and eliminates Madison Academy 28-21. Let's take a look at some scores. Spring Garden took down Red Bay 27-2. So Red Bay is out. Russellville, they're moving on to round 3, beating Leeds 35-14. Piedmont, we know they're a powerhouse in 3A, and now so do Plainview. Piedmont takes them down 46-7. West Limestone, they've been solid all season. They're moving on after beating Good Hope 21-12. More high school football coming your way. Plus, we talk SEC football, or the lack thereof, next.